And good afternoon. We are at Davos, the day after the Swiss Iron Trail, with a living legend of trail running, Nemeth Csaba from Mammut Trail Running. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You just raced today again.
Yeah.
Today you did a very short race for you, 41 kilometers.
Yes, but this race is important for my sponsors for sport, and I want to start at some distance, and the 41 kilometers is perfect for me because the next weekend is I run in a very important race in Poland, and perfect for the training because in Hungary is a little bit flat and not too high.
Okay, we'll talk about that later. For people who have not met you, you have run in Spain sometimes, but how would you introduce yourself to our Spanish audience about your track record, your history in trail running? You're a Hungarian.
Yeah, my name is Csaba. Nemeth in Hungary is the change in the name is typical in Japanese. In Hungary is the change in the name is Nemeth Csaba. Started the trail running about 25 years ago, and I run in about in more or less 150 marathons or more, and about in 60-65 more or less longer, and 100 kilometers and or longer. And many very famous race I'm running, for example the UTMB in 6 times, and every time is finisher in the top 10, and also 6 times started and finished in the Lavaredo Ultra Trail, for example, and many races around in the world, for example Gran Canaria, for example in India, in this year in the Sahel Desert, and I think I am a very happy people because this my trail running season, trail running career is long, and I hope maybe 20-25 years ago I'm also running. For example, the Italian runner Marco Olmo is winning in UTMB 50 years old, 50 years old, and I am in this year, in the last year, in the Mammut Pro Team member, and maybe when my not sponsored nothing is I run into the better results, but in this year is a little bit is not perfect for me, but maybe the next year I think is better. Okay,
you are famous within the ultra running community for your extreme consistency, and for example Mont Blanc, you were mentioning. You have run 6 Mont Blancs, you have finished every Mont Blanc, and you always finish Mont Blanc between 2004 and 2012 among the top 10. It was 1 year, so your results were 1 year you were second after Marco Olmo?
Every position I finish in the first to 8 position, only first I end up. And but I think is the 6 time is enough for me because the new organized and the trail running hype is very big, and for example the UTMB many people started, many people say in the race, and sometimes it's not up to me for me in the trail running psychology. For example, the nature is very beautiful, and some for the mind is important for the good shape, and the UTMB is very high quality and very important. The results very important for the brands, and maybe too much for me. But I think is maybe 1 or 2 years ago I'm started maybe CCC or TDS because I'm never not running in the shorter distance.
You have run in Spain sometimes, Transcanaria, Segama. What memories do you have of running in Spain? What would be your favorite race?
In Gran Canaria is very difficult, but I finished at the 2nd position, and maybe is too hot for me because this race is started in the beginning of March, and in Hungary usually is winter, and in Gran Canaria is very hot the temperature and difficult for me. But the Zegama is very similar for the Hungarian terrain. Is absolutely like it, the Zegama trail, and I think is.
So you have a score race?
Yeah. And I think is when the people says I am a trail runner, only one times run the Zegama. And after, okay, you are
I agree.
Yeah. And in this year I started in the Pyrenees, and very like it many times walking in the Pyrenees for the Ordesa and Aigastörtes National Park. And I think this race is very good and very like this track, because it started in the middle of the Pyrenees and finishing in the sea level.
All right.
Name is I think is Grand Tavers Sur la Mer, maybe. And it is organized the first time, and I hope I running the good race.
Oh, it will be great to have you over. One question. I mean, Hungary is more or less flat. I mean, you are famous horse riders.
Yeah.
How is it possible for a Hungarian to excel at mountain running for so many years? How do you train? How do you handle it?
Yes, it's very good questions, because I live in Miskolc, in not big city, near in the small mountain. The highest point in my mountains in the 900 meters, and usually when I started the run, only 20-25 minutes I am finishing in the top. And okay, I check it where is the higher mountain, you say come back and come up. But I think is sometimes, usually is perfect for the training, because some other runners, for example Netherlands and Denmark, is absolutely flat on the highest mountain, only 100 meters, and this area is perfect for me. And usually we go to the training in the highest Tatra in Slovakia, about 2 hours with car, and the running is the bigger mountains at 2,500 meters.
All right.
And I think is my benefit is in the start of the trail running 25 years ago, and then in Europe is nobody not a trail running. In Hungary is for example the Matt Roberts trail, 55 kilometers, 28,000 meters high difference. I run 17 times, for example, and for example the Kinizsi 100 kilometer trail I run 15 times and many times, and I'm very good learning in the trail running. And after the started in trail running in Hungary, for example 2002-2003, I am the big, very high position and running in the big results.
How do you think of yourself as for the future? Do you have, like, let's say, a reference like Marco Olmo towards the future, like to keep running healthily and at good level up to the 60 years old or something like that?
I think these the shoes in the materials, for example, compression shocks and the shoes is better and better. Maybe every course record is shorter and shorter, and many young runners started the trail running, and the old runners is a little bit different, because
but you stay, you keep
and I think is, for example, the basic trail runners about 10-12 years is the trail running careers. For example, look at this Scott Jurek or Jeff Rose or Lizzie Hooker or Sebastian Chagnot is only about 10, 12, 15 years, and after go down, because is the every year is 300-500 kilometers is very difficult for the muscle, for the peoples, and maybe the good route is building the trail running career is slowly, not too hard up, and after when 10 years, and after 10 years go down. Maybe it's better for the muscle, better for the peoples.
And the mind, probably.
Yeah, and the mind also.
Happier.
Yes, the main target, I think, is the target, the mind, and better and better people make the trail running.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Nemeth, and congratulations for those so many years of being at the forefront. A pleasure.
Grazie mille.